How's it going, everybody? This is RBT coming at you with my 2013 college football preseason Heisman candidate video. In this video, just going to talk about my list of Heisman candidates for the 2013 college football season. And starting off the list is the most obvious candidate, Johnny Manziel, the quarterback from Texas A&M. We all know how great he was. He absolutely shocked the college football world last year and won the Heisman Trophy. So he'll be the first. If he wins the Heisman Trophy, he'll be the first one to win it back-to-back in a very, very long time. And he's definitely capable of it. He does lose a few guys off the offensive line, most notably Luke Joeckel and the wide receiver Ryan Swope, which was a really big weapon for him. But he's Johnny Manziel. No matter who his offensive line is, he's a wizard back there, so he knows what to do to make plays. And I believe he'll be very good next year, and I believe he'll be a Heisman Trophy candidate once again. Next, we have Teddy Bridgewater, the quarterback from Louisville. Most people didn't really know who he was early on in the season last year. I actually had him as a preseason dark horse for the Heisman Trophy last year, but once that Sugar Bowl came around, everybody watched him play. He was absolutely lights out, and everybody believes he'll be the top pick in the draft next year, me included. The man's absolutely ridiculous. He's so accurate, he makes great decisions in the pocket. He's also pretty athletic, so he knows how to get outside the pocket if necessary. And I'm not kidding when I believe he's the black version of Tom Brady. He's that good, and I believe he'll be good once again next year. He brings a big part of his offense back. And do not be surprised if you see Louisville actually go undefeated next year, because they play a very easy schedule. And if they go undefeated, they have a chance possibly at going to the national championship if every other team has one loss. So if that's the case, you'll definitely see Teddy Bridgewater in New York. And mixing it up a little bit from the quarterbacks, we have a defensive player here, Jadeveon Clowney. We all know he's one of the best players in the country, if not the best overall player. I mean, there's even people saying that he should sit out for his junior campaign and go straight to the NFL draft after next year without playing to avoid injury. That's not the case. This is one of the most exciting players in all the country. He's one of the best defensive players I've seen in a long, long time. And the ones that don't believe Teddy Bridgewater will be the number one pick next year believe Jadeveon Clowney will be the number one pick next year. And I could definitely see that argument. The guy's an absolutely insane player. If there's any defensive player in the country to actually fight for this award, to be the first ever true defensive player to win the award, it's definitely Jadeveon Clowney. Next, we have Braxton Miller, the quarterback from Ohio State. And we all know that he led Ohio State to an undefeated season last year, 12-0 record. But unfortunately, they did not have the ability to go into the postseason because of an inflicted postseason ban. But Braxton Miller, dual threat quarterback, has a good arm, and he's matured through his first 2 years at Ohio State, and I believe he'll take another step forward this season. He's just an amazing quarterback, has all the athletic ability in the world. He can scramble, he can throw, has some nice weapons on the outside, and a good running back in Carlos Hyde. So I believe Braxton Miller once again will have a good year. And with the easy schedule for Ohio State, I believe he'll be there if Ohio State has a decent season next year at the Heisman Trophy presentation. And next, yes, a little homer in me, but I think everybody agrees on this. A.J. McCarron, the quarterback from Alabama. I mean, if you're the quarterback of a team that's won two straight national championships, you're definitely going to be up there for the Heisman Trophy talk, because this man, he plays his best in big games. Yeah, he had a bad game against Texas A&M last year, but man, when he needs to come through the clutch, he definitely does. And I mean, he's a winner. He's won 2 straight national championships. Has a great chance at winning 3 in a row. Will be the first ever to do that. And I mean, he's played great ever since he's been the starting quarterback at Alabama. And I believe definitely having 2. I mean, he has great weapons on the outside. People really do undervalue the wide receivers they have at Alabama. Amari Cooper, Kevin Norwood, Kenny Bell. You can just go on and on and on. Great receivers. And I believe those great receivers, the passing game is going to open up even more this year at Alabama. And I believe A.J. McCarron will have a great year, and Alabama will have another great year. So definitely you'll see him in New York for the Heisman Trophy presentation next year. And next we have DeAnthony Thomas, the wide receiver / running back from Oregon. And we all know Chip Kelly's gone on Oregon, but their next head coach, who was the offensive coordinator last year, he'll definitely be doing the same exact stuff that Chip Kelly does, because they have athletes like DeAnthony Thomas that can make plays that are fast, quick, and you'll see him making plays all next year. And definitely he had a pretty good year this year, but with the loss of Kenyon Barner, he'll even be that much bigger of a part of Oregon's offense. So definitely see him having a good year next year, receiving and on the ground. So watch out for DeAnthony Thomas, and if you see Oregon on TV, you'll definitely see DeAnthony Thomas making plays this year. Next, we have Marquise Lee, the wide receiver from USC. He had an insane year last year. He was Matt Barkley's main target last year, and this year, I mean, with the new quarterback, Max Whittick, it'll be interesting to see if he can connect with Marquise Lee as much as Matt Barkley did. But still, he's an absolute freak, probably the best wide receiver in the country. Him or Sammy Watkins, which I'll get to in just a second. But Marquise Lee's an absolute freak. He runs great routes, great hands, and you'll definitely see him, no matter who the quarterback is at USC, put up some insane stats next year. Next, we have our only non-BCS candidate in this list, Jordan Lynch, the quarterback from Northern Illinois. He's a very good quarterback, and he was pretty much a one-man game against Florida State in the Orange Bowl last year. I mean, man, he's a great quarterback. He put up insane stats last year. Actually, I believe he came in 4th in the Heisman voting last year. I could be wrong. 4th, 5th, something like that. He was in the top 10, I know that. But he ran for over 20 touchdowns. He threw for over 20 touchdowns, so stats much comparable to Tim Tebow. I mean, yes, he doesn't play the greatest competition, but still to put those stats on that team is a true testament to how great of a player he is. He's a leader, and I believe he'll have just another good year this year and possibly another undefeated season for Northern Illinois. I'm not necessarily too sure who they play in out of conference play, but I'm sure whoever he plays will have a great game, and he'll just improve on his stats from last year, and I believe he'll just have another great year at Northern Illinois and be a candidate for the Heisman Trophy. And next, we have Sammy Watkins, the wide receiver from Clemson. And we all know he's an insane playmaker. He can make all the plays downfield, amazing hands, and a freak athlete. But he didn't really have the year that was expected last year. And, I mean, he has a great quarterback in Taj Boyd coming back. So with DeAndre Hopkins leaving for the NFL, he'll definitely be pretty much the only target for Taj Boyd this year. So expect him to put up insane stats. He was suspended early, so that might be one of the reasons that he didn't have a season as expected last year, and he did go through a little bit of the injury bug last year, so that could be another issue as well. But if Sammy Watkins stays healthy in that Clemson offense as being the number one target for Taj Boyd, he should have an insane year. And if Clemson has a great year as expected, you should see Sammy Watkins have some consideration for the 2013 Heisman Trophy. And my last guy on the list, which might be off of a few people's radars, and I'm not sure why, but KaDeem Carey, the running back from Arizona. He had an insane year this year, and even though I saw nobody talking about him, but he's a great running back playing in Rich Rodriguez's spread offense. He'll be the main guy in that offense this year. They're going to be having a new quarterback as Matt Scott left, and he'll be entering the NFL draft, and he'll definitely get his fair share of carries this year. He actually led the country in rushing last year, so I expect him to have another great year, just another year learning Rich Rodriguez's offense. I mean, you got to remember, he put up those stats in Rich Rodriguez's first year at Arizona, so with him having a new quarterback, he'll just get that many more carries and being the main target and being the main guy there at Arizona on their offense. He should have another great year, and I truly expect him to have great stats and be up there for the Heisman Trophy next year. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for bearing with me. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want to, please leave a comment in the comment section below with who you believe will win the Heisman Trophy next year. Just leave me a little list on who you believe will be up for the Heisman Trophy. So thanks for watching, and as always, roll Tide, go Sox, and go Titans to you. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.